Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to solve one problem from partnership admission, and this is one type of problem, and one of a commonly asked problem, one of the commonly uh, workout problem. So we can expect a problem also like this in exam. So let's quickly solve this problem. Okay. A and B in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Okay, there is A and B. Okay, they are, this might be the old PSR because there might be a new partner admission, right? So 3 is to 2, their capital is 44,000 and then 36,000. Okay, right? Okay, then trade in the balance sheet, trade payables given, bank overdraft is there, and capital we have added to the added here, and then building, furniture, inventories, trade receivables and provision for trade receivables and investment cash, everything has been given. And then what they are saying is C was admitted to the firm on the above date on the following on the following terms. Okay, C is admitted for 1/6 share. Okay, C has been admitted for 1/6 share. Okay, in future profits. Okay, and he has introduced rupees 25,000 as a capital. Okay, so his profit share is 1/6, but he has introduced 25,000 as the capital share. Okay, then new PSR becomes 3 is to 2 is to 1, right? Then C is unable to bring in cash for, so he didn't cash for goodwill, so he didn't bring cash for goodwill, so we have to utilize the capital share to pay off the goodwill amounts to the respective partners. Cash for goodwill. Then they decide to calculate the goodwill on the basis of C's share in the profits. Okay, and they also did not give any details about goodwill, so they asked us to calculate the goodwill on the basis of C's share in the profits and the capital contribution made by him. Okay, and then furniture is written down. These are the revaluation details written down by 870. Inventory is 5%, and provision for trade receivable is 5%, and the provision for outstanding wages is 1,560, and the buildings appreciation, and so all these items are revaluation only. Okay, and then this item is also revaluation. Okay, it is found that the trade payables includes a sum of rupees 1,400, which is not to be paid off. So if you have a liability, if somebody saying that, yeah, we have revealed that in our books, we have found that we don't have to pay, then what is that? That would be our that would be our profit, right? So this is our profit, so it increases the revaluation account. Okay, then what else we have to prepare? We have to prepare the revaluation account, partners capital account. That's it. Okay, what they have asked is this problem we can split by 5 steps. First step is computation of goodwill. Computation of sacrificing ratio. Then computation of goodwill. And C share of goodwill. Okay, and then what else? We have to prepare the revaluation account, partner's capital account, and then balance sheet and the admission date. Okay, right. So these are the 5 steps when we are preparing the um, accounts for accounts while new partner is admitting. These are all the default steps we have to follow. Okay, based on the goodwill details given or goodwill details not given, and differentiations or revisions in capital, the steps might be changed, but the concept is this. Okay, so new partner is admitted. When new partner is admitted, we have to redefine everything. Okay, old PSR is this, so we have to redefine everything, right? So old PSR is this, but we have to give a share to C also. For that, C has brought a capital of 25,000, and he has taken a 1/6 share of 1/6 share in future profits, right? Then in the question itself they have given. If they have not given, we have to find this out, new PSR, which we have to follow some steps with the old PSR that we'll do in any of the sums. In if any sums comes with this adjustment, I will definitely work it out in future days. Okay, the steps is this. We have to find out the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio for what? How much goodwill has been sacrificed by the existing partners to the new partner. Okay, for that new partner's goodwill. No, new partner is taking goodwill from the old partners, right? For that, new partner will pay the amount to the old partners. Okay, for that we have a journal entry, and then we have to compute and then first we have to find out the sacrificing ratio, then goodwill, and then C share of goodwill, and then we directly go to the revaluation account and profit, partners capital account and balance sheet, right? So same process will go for retirement, death, everything. Okay, so no problem, we'll set a strong grip in this area. Okay, step 1, computation of sacrificing ratio. Okay, how can we find out the sacrificing ratio? Old PSR minus new PSR gives us sacrificing ratio. Okay, how many partners are there? A, B, C there. What's the old profit sharing ratio? 3/5, 2/5. There is no share previously, so old share. Okay, so we can term it as 0. And then new profit sharing is 3/6, 2/6 minus 1/6. Okay, let's do LCM. 3 into 6, which is 18, 5 into 3, which is 15, divisible by 30. 6 into 2, which is 12, 5 into 2, which is 10, 30, minus 1/6. Okay, 3/30, 2/30. Then we can multiply this by 5. Okay, minus 5/30. They are sacrificing, he is gaining. Okay, what's the sacrificing ratio? 3:2, right? So we found out the sacrificing ratio. Next step, computation of goodwill. We found the sacrificing ratio. Next step is computation of goodwill. Goodwill is not directly given, so we will calculate goodwill. C share of goodwill. Next step. Okay, first, what they have told about the goodwill: calculate goodwill on the basis of C share in the profits and the capital contribution made by him. Okay, what's C share of goodwill? What's C share? C share is 1/6. How much he has brought as capital, which is 25,000. Okay, then how much for 1? Cross multiply. Okay, if 1/6 is 25,000, what for 1? It has to be like 25,000 into 1 divisible by 1/6. This 6 comes here, so 25,000 into 6, which is rupees 1,50,000, is the total capital required, right? See, so capital contribution made by, okay, and we have found that this is the total capital contribution required in the organization. Okay, so we found that. So if this is if total capital is 15,000, 1,50,000, then the existing capital is what? A, B, C. What is A's capital? A's capital is 44,000. B's capital is 36,000. And C's capital is 25,000 introduced as a capital share, right? So he hasn't bring the goodwill and all. He directly brought the capital alone, right? So 44,000 plus 36,000 plus 25,000. Okay, 1,05,000 is the total existing capital. So then what would be the balance? This would be the goodwill, right? So 45,000 is the goodwill. We found that. Okay, so we found out the total capital required by keeping the C's capital as the base. Then we found that existing capital is only 1,05,000. So remaining is the goodwill, right? So what's the share of goodwill taken by C, which is 1 by 6, 45,000 divisible by 6, which is 7,500. Okay, 7,500 is the goodwill of C. Okay, he has to gain 7,500 worth of goodwill from in which ratio he has to gain the he has to gain 7,500 worth of goodwill. We found that 3:2 is the sacrificing ratio. Okay, so 7,500 into 3 by 5, 7,500 into 2 by 5. Okay, A is 3, B is 2. Okay, 7,500 into 3 by 5, which is 45,000. Then 7,500, sorry, 4,500, 7,500 into 2 by 5, which is rupees 3,000. Okay, so what's the journal entry? So A has to pay 4,500. Sorry, A has to get 4,500 for goodwill, and B has to get 3,000 for goodwill. So C has to pay that money. So C's partner capital account debited to A's partner capital. A is gaining A is paid with the 4,500, and B is paid with the 3,000. 7,500 is the journal entry, right? So then we have done with the partner capital account also. We can now directly go to the revaluation account. Okay, done. Furniture written down by, furniture is 5,800. It's been written down by 870. So it reduces the revaluation balance. Okay, so 2 furniture, which is 870, right? 870. Okay, inventory to be depreciated by 5%. Inventories is 21,400 into 5%, which is 1,205. Wait, 21,400 into 5% is 1,070, not 1,205. Okay, 1,070. Okay, what else? Inventory done. Provision has to be required for trade receivables, 5%. Okay, 35,000 is the trade receivables. 2 provision for bad and doubtful debts, 35,000 into 5 percentage, right? Yes, 5 percentage. 35,000 into 5 percentage. Okay, 35,000 into 5 percentage is 1,750 minus 200 already positioned there, so 1,550, right? 2. Any other provision for made for outstanding wages? 1,560. 2. Outstanding wages 1,560. Okay, done. We have created the provision for outstanding wages also. Then what else? Buildings having appreciated to 29,200. 29,200. Existing building balance is 26,000. So appreciated to 29,200, which is 26,000 minus 29,200, which is 3,200 is the appreciation value. Then investments increased by 450, so investments 450, investments 450 by any other. Trade payables included a sum of rupees 1,400 which has not to be paid, so this is our profit. Liability reduced, which is trade payables. How much? 1,400. Okay, let's total. Okay, 5,050. This is also 5,050. There is no balance created out of this revaluation account. If there is any balance created, then we have to transfer it to, if it is loss, we have to transfer to partners capital account here. Okay, loss. If there is any profit in our old PSR, okay, if there is any profit, same partners capital account profit, okay, at old PSR. Done. So we'll see how this works in future problems. Okay, let's go to partners capital account. Okay, A B C. A B C. When it comes to partners capital, the first item is what's the capital they have. 44,000, 36,000. 44,000, 36,000. If there is any reserves in the book, there is no reserves. What else? Revaluation also, we don't have any balance in revaluation, so nothing comes here. Then what else comes there? So C has brought the capital, right? So by bank account, which is 25,000 capital brought by C. Third entry, what would be the third entry? Third entry, obviously there is nothing, only goodwill, so we have to enter the goodwill entry by C's partner capital account, C's capital account. C has paid how much? 4,500, 3,000 respectively to A and B. To A's capital account. A's capital account, which is 4,500 to B's capital account, which is 3,000, right? So they have the goodwill share we have paid as reduce the balance of C. Okay, then what else? I think that's it. We have finished the question, so let's quickly close the balance also. Okay, to balance carried down. Okay, $44,000 plus 4,500, which is 48,500 is the closing balance of partners capital. Then 36,000 plus 3,000, which is 39,000 is the closing balance. And then 25,000 minus 4,500 minus 3,000, which is 17,500 is the closing capital of partners, all partners. Okay, let's quickly prepare the balance sheet, which is the fifth balance sheet as at 1/4/2020 admission date, which is the admission date 1/4/2020, right? So what's the building balance? Let's copy and paste this picture in this area. Okay, building is appreciated to 29,200. Okay, then what's the furniture value? Furniture has depreciated by 870. So furniture is 5,800 minus 870, which is 4,930. Then inventories is 21,400. There is any changes in inventory? Yes, there is a depreciation. The depreciation happened in inventories also 1,070 worth. 21,400 minus 1,070, which is 20,330. Trade receivables. If there is any change in trade receivable, yes, which is 35,000 minus what's the updated thing, which is 1,750. 1,750 is the recent provision required, which is 33,250. What else? Then investment. If there is any investment is increased by how much? 450. So 2,500 plus 450, which is 2,950. Then what's the cash balance? 15,500 we already have, plus CS capital. CS brought the capital, right? 25,000. So total it 15,500 plus 25,000, which is 40,500. Then let's go to the liability side. Trade payables. We got the trade payables increased, which is rupees how much? Trade payables reduced by 1,400. Trade payable balance is 17,000. 17,000 minus 1,400, which is 15,600 is the trade payable balance. Then what else for? Bank OD, right? Bank OD, which is 9,000. Then before that we have to enter the capital at the first place here. Okay, capital. What's the capital we finalized through which is A's capital 48,500, B's capital 39,000, C's capital 17,500. Anything we left out? Let's total it. 48,500 plus 39,000 plus 17,500 plus 15,600 plus 9,000, which is 1,29,600 divisible by for asset side 10,200, 4,930 plus 20,330 plus 1,31,160. What's the difference amount is 1,560. We left 1,560 somewhere. Let's find it out. See, outstanding wages 1,560 we have left. So let's quickly add that also. Outstanding wages, which is 1,560. Now it's balanced. Okay, that's it. Let's quickly give a recap now. Okay, partnership admission. When the partner is newly admitted to the firm, there are some things need to be changed. Okay, like partner sharing ratio, goodwill has to be distributed. Goodwill previously goodwill has been given for only two members. Okay, now it has to be changed to three members. So if two members has to be turned out to be three members, then some people one then two of the members has to be sacrifice the goodwill share to the third partner. So that has been done here. So what else has to be done? We have to revalue the assets, and we have to transfer the balance to the if there is any new if there is any positive revaluation, then we have to increase the capital balance of old partners. Uh, if there is any negative revaluation, we have to reduce the partners capital to the extent of loss amount. So these things have to done. These things have to be done, right? So all these things have been done in the problem itself. So that's what we are doing with the admission problem. First, when the new partner is admitted, what we have to do? We have to find out the sacrificing ratio, right? Then only we can sacrifice the goodwill for the new person. So we found the sacrificing ratio by old PSR minus new PSR, which is sacrificing, gives the sacrificing ratio. Then they have computed the goodwill. In the question, they haven't given the goodwill directly. So we found that C share is 1/6. C share is 1/6. 1/6 share is 25,000. Then what for one? One is the one is 1,50,000. So that's the total capital required. The existing capital in the business is 1,05,000. So remaining is the goodwill. So goodwill 1/6 share is 7,500. This is we have to sacrifice for the new partner. So A sacrificed 4,500, and B sacrificed 3,000 worth of goodwill to the partner C. So C has paid the respective amounts to the A and B. Okay, then we have revalued assets. Furniture depreciated, inventory is depreciated, provision for bad and doubtful debts, we found that, and then outstanding wages created, and then buildings appreciated, investments appreciated, trade payables reduced. So all these have been revalued. Okay, if there is any profit or loss while doing the revaluation, that has to be goes to the respective partners, respective old partners. Okay, old partners profit sharing ratio, because till the business comes till the business before admitting the new partner, whatever happens in the business, that has to be shared between the old partners only. So okay, if a new partners comes, new business should be start like a new. Okay, new balance sheet, everything has to be done in the new. Okay, so we have done the revaluation. Then partners capital account open. Partners capital account always starts with the capital balance of partners. Okay, capital balance is old partners capital balance, and then if there is any reserves has to be transferred to A and B. There is no reserves in this problem. If there is any revaluation balance has to be come here. Revaluation has to be shared between the old partners, and then new partner chapter starts. New partners brought the 25,000 capital, and then he has to pay for the goodwill, right? So he paid the goodwill to A and B respectively, and then we found the balance of closing capital, and then we prepared the balance sheet as on admission date. Admission date capital is this, and whatever the revaluation we done everything here also. So that's it. Very simple problem also. Even the entire most of the problems like comes from retirement. Let's take not dissolution, retirement, death. Most problems will be like this only. So we'll see in future days. Thank you.